Halfmilesniper here, and we are back out on the range again this morning, and we are going to test some more of the 9mm pulls in the 350 Legend. So, sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Oh, that's not good. I have already set my target up down there, and I'm preparing to set up the chronograph. But just to give y'all an idea, what I think was happening was, if you look right up here, there's this baffle. Previously, I had the table moved back a little bit, and the chronograph was somewhere here, just about underneath that baffle. So I'm going to come out and set it up out here where I have some clear sky, and we're going to see if that cleans up the velocity errors that the factory ammo was giving me. I have moved everything forward probably 4 feet, has the chronograph out in under the blue sky, and I am still actually at the 100-yard line. Previously, so the 100-yard line is right here. I was actually sitting right here, so about 101 yards was where I was shooting. But I have a lot of setup I still have to do. I have coffee to drink out of my Halfmilesniper mug. They're available. Link to the merch will be down below in the description. And we will get started here in just a minute, so stand by. I'll bring you right back in a few. We have the gun set up, we have the chronograph set up, we have a target set up. I still have to set the target camera up though. And we are going to test our 9mm pulls, which, as you remember, the last 2 times we tried this, the rounds were jamming into the feed ramp and driving the bullet deep into the case. The last set of 9mm pulls that I tried, I experimented by moving all the rounds to the front of the magazine, and they ran. I don't know if y'all can see that groove right there. That's where the factory bullets were crimped. And when I seated those bullets into my cases, that's where I was trying to crimp them, which made the overall length way too short. I've since pulled some more bullets, seated them along, and we're going to see how they run. And for those who don't know what I mean by pulled bullets, took some 9mm ammo, Ranger 147 grain flat nose, some Winchester white box 140 grain JHP, and some people think it's sacrilegious, but some Winchester T-Series 147 grain JHP. Pulled the bullets, seated them in the 350 Legend cases over a healthy dose of H110, and we're going to see how they shoot. I finally received the XTP bullets from TRB, and I have 5 of those set up as well, and we're going to see how they shoot. So give me a minute to get the target camera set up, last drink of coffee, and we'll start putting rounds over the chronograph. Okay, so let me get my ears in. First thing I want to do is I'm going to put 2 factory rounds over the chronograph to see if repositioning the chrono gives me a better reading on the speed. I'm also going to be testing the Magpul magazine that I modified to hopefully work with the 350 Legend. We are hot, and I am just going to kind of put this down low between the targets. Yes, I forgot to take the safety off again. Okay, I think I'm over the screens. Much better. I do believe that that proves the baffles were giving me false readings on these rifle rounds. Question is, were they giving me false readings on the 9mm rounds too? Very good. 2 rounds, 2186 and 21 something. Let's see. 2159, 2186, 2 rounds, average 2173. Box says 2200. Everything is working fine. Okay, continuing on. This will be 147 grain flat tip or flat nose from the Winchester Ranger pulls, and we are going to put these over the top, or on the top left. Top left target, 5 rounds. Chronograph is on. And still not quite there. Okay, so I moved the remaining 3 rounds a little deeper into the magazine. They're all pushed all the way forward against the nose. The nose is against the front edge of the magazine. 2254. That looks much better speed. Yes, the black baffles were giving us odd readings. Okay, that flat nose, I'm not real happy with the way it runs. I don't know if that's a overall length issue or if it's a bullet profile issue, but let's see what we have here. We did get 4 rounds down range. Our low was 2254. Our high was 2362. Our average was 2316 with a big standard deviation. But we're making headway. So this will be the 147 grain JHP. And we're going to put that over the top right. Okay, so I missed my rear photo sensor. $22.26. $21.90. Well, on. $22.38. So with the 147 grain hollow point, we got 4 rounds over the chronograph. Our low was 21.90. Our high was 22.38. Our average was 22.18. Definitely looking better. I'm still going to have to work on the overall length on these. They're still a hair too short, I believe. And now we're going to see how the Magpul mag functions. And if it functions well, then I've got 3 magazines. I am going to okay, looks like we are over the sensors. This will be bottom left with the 147 grain T-series projectile. $23.22. Oh, I jumped the trigger that time. $22.83. $23.45. $23.70. $23.35. Well, looking through the glass, I see one way out there in the middle. It looks, well, actually that didn't group for squat this time. But the length on those seemed to work good. Sorry that the chronograph turned. Our low was 22.83. Our high was 23.70. Our average was 23.31. Spread, standard deviation. And we got 5 rounds over the chronograph. I think we're going to try putting the coffee cup on the cable and see if that keeps things from moving around. And the last round we're going to test this morning is the 147 grain XTP over the same charge of H110 as the prior 3 loads. Chronograph is on. Okay, and these will be over the bottom right. Let me get centered over the sensors. Chronograph is on. Bottom right target. 147 grain XTP. Did it not pick up around? Oh, that's not good. We just stuck a bullet. Well, let me shut down, see if I got a cleaning rod. Otherwise, we're dead in the water. Well, fortunately, we have a CCW class here today, and the range staff had a cleaning rod. I was able to knock the bullet out of the chamber, but that means we are done testing the 9mm bullets this morning. So let me go pull my target and get things cleaned up. I'll have to seat those 147s a little bit deeper, and we will try it again later. Go get the targets. We'll talk about that real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so as we recall, top group was our flat point. Probably not going to load any more of those. They're not shooting for squat, and I don't want to go any longer with them on the overall length. We got the 147 JHP. That seems to be shooting okay there. And the 147 T series, it doesn't like being set this long, so now I have to play with that some more maybe. And then those two were the shots that I used to verify the chronograph was functioning properly with factory ammo. Still have more testing to do, but we are closer to making the 9mm bullets run in the 350 Legend. Well, that's all we got for today. Can't go any further because I do have to seat those 147s a little bit deeper, but now we know we're closer to making the 9mm pulls run. On that last run with the 147 T series, we got 5 rounds in a row. So I just need to make the 147 JHPs just a hair longer, I think. And the XTPs I need to make shorter because we jammed that one in the throat and it put us out of commission. Fortunately, I got that round out thanks to the range staff having a cleaning rod. Note to self, throw a cleaning rod in my bag for the range, my range bag. So with that, this will be Halfmilesniper checking out. I want to say thanks to everybody that watches, likes, subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, subscriptions are free. If you have subscribed, double check, make sure you're still subscribed. And don't forget to hit the bell, the notification bell if you haven't already. And share it with your friends. I really would like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that's closing in quickly. So, it's been Halfmilesniper checking out. We'll catch y'all next time. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see you then.
Send it.
Hit.